Have you ever had this happen to you? Maybe you've noticed that the seat next to you on the bus stays empty. Perhaps your grandkids don't want to cuddle up, or your daughter-in-law keeps cracking the window open. It's odd, isn't it? You start to wonder, is there a problem? Or is it just my imagination? It's in those exact moments that a nagging thought starts to eat away at you, but the real story is just the tip of the iceberg. Deep down, there might be a secret, often unspoken and embarrassing. And you're not the only one harboring this secret. Thousands of people grapple with the same feelings. And believe me, you'll be very surprised when you learn the truth. You definitely don't want to miss this. Hello, folks. I'm Dr. Henry Thompson. I'm 77 years young, a doctor who's seen a lot of my years, helped over 10,000 people, especially those who are a bit more seasoned in life. Today, we're going to touch on a very sensitive topic. Something you might not have dared to talk about with anyone before. Something that gnaws at you inside. The smell of old age. Yes, you heard that right. That famous odor that's sometimes whispered about, and sometimes subtly indicated with wrinkled nose. I know, even those words might make some of you uncomfortable. You might be thinking, am I the one who smells? I shower every day. I wear clean clothes. I even use perfume. And you're right to think that. Most of the time, people aren't even aware of this issue themselves. And that's the heartbreaking part. You might think everything is fine, while the people around you, especially your loved ones, might be picking up on that scent. But out of politeness, so as not to hurt your feelings, they might not say anything, and you're left facing a distance you can't quite understand. Nancy Miller, 68 years old, a bright and tidy woman. She'd always taken care of herself. But one day, Nancy Miller's little granddaughter, one of those brutally honest kids, you know the type, asked, "Grandma, why do you smell funny?" Her mother tried to soften it, saying, "Oh, it's just her scent, honey." But those words hit Nancy hard. She'd always kept herself clean and tidy. But from that day on, her granddaughter didn't want to sit on her lap anymore. She even scrunched her nose when Nancy asked for a hug. That night, Nancy hid under her blanket and cried for hours. Her heart was broken. George Carter experienced something similar. He showered every day. His house was always sparkling clean. But one day, his son had friends over, and George unintentionally overheard a conversation. One of his son's friends whispered, "Whoa, that old guy's smell is strong." That comment crushed George. After that, when his grandkids came to visit, he'd hide in his room. He was embarrassed. Does any of this sound familiar? Maybe you're going through something similar. Perhaps your grandkids don't cuddle with you like they used to. Maybe your friends seem a little uneasy around you. And that question keeps popping into your head. Could it be me who smells? Yes, my dear friends, unfortunately it's possible. But don't panic. Stay with me until the end of this video, because I have a wonderful solution to help you overcome this issue. Now, I'm going to tell you something surprising. Science says that as we age, our bodies change. And one of these changes is that our scent can become different. This is a completely natural process. It's absolutely not your fault, but that doesn't mean you have to live with it. Watch this video until the end, and I promise you, those whispers behind your back will stop. We'll put an end to comments like, "That old lady/guy smells weird." Kids, especially, can be brutally honest. I once had a patient, Betty Davis, 65 years old, tell me with tears in her eyes, "Dr. Henry, my grandkid won't sit on my lap anymore. What do I do?" Those words broke my heart. But after 50 years of research and helping thousands of people, I've discovered a secret that probably no one has ever told you. I'm going to share this secret with you in just a bit. Believe me, you can get rid of 90% of that old age smell in just 3 minutes. How? By washing 2 key spots on your body. This simple but effective method has worked wonders for thousands of my patients. It has even helped to bring families closer together. Don't skip this important information. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that other seniors can also benefit from these life-changing tips. Let's get started. Just last week, I met with 88-year-old Frank Wilson. He told me, "Dr. Henry, I splash on the fanciest cologne, but my son still pinches his nose when he enters my room and throws the window wide open. It stings, you know? I had to be straight with him. Frank, cologne won't solve this problem. It's like spraying perfume on a stinky sock. It just mixes with the odor and makes it worse. Many older folks make the same mistake. They notice something is off and immediately reach for deodorants and colognes. But that's not the solution. It just turns the old person smell into an old person smell plus flowers. And the windows still fly open. We need to tackle the real problem. So, where does that smell even come from? It's not just about not bathing or simply getting old. There are real scientific reasons behind it. Stick with me, and I'll break it down for you step by step. As we age, 3 significant changes occur in our bodies. First, perspiration. When you're young, you sweat about a quart a day. This acts like your body's natural cleanser, flushing out toxins. But after the age of 60, this amount drops by more than half. Less sweat sounds great, right? But actually it's not. Less sweat means more gunk stays on your skin, providing more food for odor-causing bacteria to thrive. Nancy Clark, 71 years old, once asked me, "I barely sweat, so why do I smell?" Well, that's why. Robert Evans, 73, also commented, "I used to sweat tons and hated it. Now it's gone, and I thought that was a good thing." He was wrong. Sweat clears out the junk. Less sweat means more stink. Second, sebum, the oily substance our skin produces. As we age, the composition of sebum changes. Young sebum and old sebum are completely different. After the age of 50, a compound called nonenal appears in sebum. This is the sneaky culprit behind that distinctive old person odor. I've been researching this for 30 years, and the levels of nonenal spike significantly by the age of 70. It's like an oxidized fat that young people barely have, and it's what people notice. Third, changes in our oral health. After the age of 60, saliva production decreases by over 50%. Yet, saliva is the superhero of our mouths. It fights bacteria and keeps things fresh. Less saliva means a drier mouth, leading to more bacteria and the result, bad breath. Linda Harris, 69 years old, told me, "My mouth is so dry, and I can smell it when I talk. I'm embarrassed to get close to my grandkids. I always have to stand back." That's the result of the low saliva production I mentioned. So, think about it. You shower every day, splash on cologne, use mouthwash, but the smell is still there. Why? It's because of those 3 fundamental body changes I just explained. But I have wonderful news for you. There's an easy fix to this problem, and you might have just been missing the right spots to focus on. If you made it this far, please leave a 1 in the comments so I know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that button and the bell icon so you don't miss out on these important tips. Your support allows me to continue sharing this valuable information with other seniors like you. Let's keep going. If you skip this part, you'll just keep wasting your time and money on things that don't work. But stick with me and I'll show you a quick fix. You'll start noticing a difference within a week. Here are the simple but effective steps to ditch that old age smell. Pay close attention until the end, and in just 1 month, you'll see a complete change in how your family treats you. My patients often ask me, "Dr. Henry, is it really possible to get rid of that smell?" And I always say, yes, but you have to do it the right way. Take 75-year-old James Parker, for example. He came to me feeling down, saying, "My grandkids avoid my room, and my son is constantly airing it out." 6 months after following my advice, he was grinning from ear to ear. "Now my grandkids climb onto my lap again. It's like magic," he said. "You can experience the same joy. You don't need any fancy store-bought products. This starts at home. Today, after 50 years of research, I've developed a method that has worked for 97% of my patients. Step 1, drink enough warm water. Yes, just water. People ask, "Isn't there anything else?" Nope. Water is like a broom for your body, sweeping out toxins through your urine. Start with 1 glass of warm water every morning. This simple habit significantly reduces that odor. Margaret Adams, 72 years old, said, "At first, I wasn't too keen on it, but after a month, I loved it. Now, if I skip it, I feel like something's missing and my grandkids say I smell nice. Aim for 6 glasses a day. Having trouble remembering? Here's a tip. 1 glass when you wake up, 1 before lunch, 1 after lunch, 1 at 3 p.m., 1 before dinner, and 1 before bed. Set specific times, and it will become a habit. Oh, and coffee or tea don't count as water. In fact, coffee can dehydrate you, so drink an extra glass of water if you have some. Step 2, take light walks in the sun. I'm old, exercise is tough. I hear some of you saying, relax. I'm not talking about marathons, just easy strolls. Just 20 minutes of gentle walking in the sunlight can do wonders. The sun kills bad bacteria on your skin, and a light walk helps your body sweat out just enough toxins. But don't bake in the harsh midday sun. Go before 10 a.m. or after 4 p.m. when the sun's rays are softer. Fred Taylor told me. My legs hurt at first. I could barely walk. Doc said try 10 minutes a day. Now I'm good, just a little puffing. Easy does it. Step 3. Shower daily with warm water. It's cold in the winter. Daily showers are hard for me. Some might say, I understand. But washing is key. It clears away skin gunk and bacteria. Here's a tip. Skip the super hot water. It messes with your skin's natural barrier and can actually make smells worse. Stick to warm water. Between 100 to 104 degrees Fahrenheit is perfect. Once a week. Treat yourself to a 20-minute soak at 100 degrees Fahrenheit. This opens your pores, lets deep-seated dirt out, and leaves your skin softer. Patients tell me their smell drops significantly after this soak. Stick to these 3 rules. Water, walks, showers, and that old age smell will fade fast. But here's the big secret. When you shower, thoroughly scrub 3 key spots. 90% of the smell hides there, and most people miss them. First, skin folds. The neck, armpits, under the breasts, navel, groin, behind the knees, and the insides of the elbows. These creases trap sweat and bacteria. But many seniors breeze past them, especially the neck and behind the ears. Susan Brooks, 66 years old, said, Dr. Henry, it's crazy. I've showered forever but never scrubbed my armpits and chest like you said. Now the smell is way down and my grandkid hugs me. Use a soft cloth or loofah. Scrub gently. No harsh rubbing or you'll irritate your skin. Second, hairy spots. Armpits, chest, scalp. Hair traps sweat and that oily sebum stuff, especially on your head. Massage your scalp well when you shampoo. Tom Harris, 62 years old, told me, Doc said to massage my scalp while washing my hair. I did, and the head stink is way less. My grandkid even pats my head now. Guys, if you have chest or belly hair, lather it up with soap or body wash. Rinse well and dry completely. Third, sweaty spots. Feet between the toes, palms. These places pump out sweat and can turn stinky fast. Feet, especially when trapped in shoes all day, are a bacteria party. The smell creeps up from there into your clothes. John Miller, 68 years old, said, Man, my feet were bad. I scrubbed between my toes, dried them good, then put on socks. Smell's gone. My daughter-in-law doesn't make faces in my room anymore. Wash your feet well, dry thoroughly between the toes, and wear cotton socks. Change them daily and rotate your shoes to let them air out. Your back can be tricky to reach, so grab a long handle brush or cloth. Sweat-soaked shirts can stink, so scrub that back too. Stick to warm water, not hot. Hot water messes up your skin's natural barrier and can make smells worse. Use mild soap, nothing too perfumey. Mary Johnson, 71 years old, told me, I didn't think simple stuff would work, but I tried it, bam, it did. Now my grandkids cuddle up on my lap for TV time. So fun. After your shower, apply some lotion. Dry, flaky skin smells more, especially in the winter. Once a week, soak in a 100-degree Fahrenheit bath for 20 minutes. It loosens deep-seated gunk. Dry off, lotion up, and you're golden. Don't wait. If you skip this, you'll keep bothering the people around you and lose your spark. Start today, scrub those 3 spots I mentioned, and in a week, your family will notice. Next, we'll dive into food and lifestyle tricks. Patients always ask me, Dr. Henry, besides washing, what else? Oh, plenty. Food changes your smell big time. If you're liking this so far, drop a 2 in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that button and the bell. Your support keeps these tips coming. Take 6-year-old Betty Carter. She asked, I love garlic. Is that my smell? Garlic might give you a quick whiff, but it's not the real issue long term. What matters are antioxidants. Fancy word, simple fix. They slow aging, and aging is what ramps up that smell. Eat tomatoes, apples, strawberries, buckwheat, brown rice, stuff like that. It fights it from the inside. Red or purple foods are antioxidant champs. Paul King, 79 years old, said, Doc told me 1 apple and tomato a day. 2 months later, my granddaughter goes, You don't smell anymore. Garlic actually helps too. Digest it, it fights bacteria. 1 or 2 cloves a day boosts health and cuts odor. Second, munch on watery fruits and veggies. Watermelon, pears, tomatoes. They flush junk out through your urine. Nancy Miller, 68 years old, said, I ate half a cucumber and a tomato daily for my health. 3 months and people say I don't smell. Can't eat that much? Toss it in a blender for daily smoothies. That slashes that old age whiff. Third, keep your mouth fresh. Brushing 3 times a day is a good start, but not enough. Scrape your tongue. Bacteria hides there, causing bad breath. A toothbrush won't do it. Grab a cheap tongue scraper from the drugstore. Linda Parker, 73 years old, said, Scraping gagged me at first, but now I can't skip it. My breath is so fresh. Chew sugar-free gum with xylitol after meals for 10 minutes. It boosts saliva, fights odor, and prevents cavities. Fourth, cut back on coffee and alcohol. They dry you out, making smells worse. Booze turns into a stinky chemical acetaldehyde that seeps out in sweat. George Carter, 71 years old, said, I was a whiskey guy, drank a bottle a day. That was my smell. Switched to barley tea, and in a month it's way down. Love coffee? Drop to 1 or 2 cups. Then add water or barley tea. Booze? Cut back or quit. Fifth, get enough fiber. Constipation amps up body odor. Stuck waste reabsorbs toxins into the blood, which then come out through the skin. Brown rice, whole grains, produce, and fiber-rich stuff prevent it and keep your gut healthy. Morning brown rice or oats kickstart your bowels. Margaret Evans, 77 years old, said, Constipated my whole life. Started brown rice and soup for breakfast. It's gone, and weirdly, my body smell dropped too. Don't start now and waste cash on useless, pricey fixes. Just tweak your body and mouth care a bit. Big difference. These habits don't just cut smell. They're great for your health and for a strong, active old age. Begin now. Next, I'll cover clothing and gear care. Then wrap up. Listen to the end. Do all this today. In 1 month, you'll see a clear shift. Finally, clothes and stuff impact old age smell big time. Your shower might leave you clean, but smelly shirts or bedding will ruin it. Focus here. First, swap clothes and underwear often. Wear once, then wash. Sweat and sebum soak gear feed bacteria, causing a stink, especially in hot summers. Change more frequently. Robert Harris, 72 years old, said, I used to save laundry where stuff 3 or 4 days. Doc said daily swap. Smells way down. Underwear is a daily must. Cotton is best. It wicks sweat and breathes. Synthetic undies trap sweat, worsening the smell. Wash in sunshine if possible. The sun's a natural bacteria killer. On rainy days, dry fully before wearing. Second, wash your bedding often. You sleep 8 hours nightly. Sweat, sebum, and skin flakes pile up on pillows and sheets, feeding bacteria and leading to stink. Wash weekly and sun dry if you can. Pillowcases especially should be swapped more often. They catch head oil and flakes. Linda Parker, 75 years old, said, Wash sheets monthly. Doc said weekly. Felt like a hassle. Now it's routine. Room's odor-free. Old pillows and blankets? Replace every year or 2. Bacteria and mites build up. Smelling. Third, care for shoes and socks. Foot smell seeps into them, affecting your whole vibe. Swap socks daily. Cotton is best. Don't stick to one shoe pair. Rotate 2 or 3 so they dry out. Sprinkle baking soda inside to suck out the odor. Paul King, 69 years old, said, wore 1 pair forever. Doc said, switch, change socks daily. Foot smells down. My grandkid doesn't wince in my room now. Fourth, air out rooms often. Long hours indoors let smell build up. Open windows twice daily, morning and night, for 10 minutes each. Fresh air clears it. Bathrooms and kitchens stink more. Ventilate extra. Baking soda in the bathroom sucks odor well. Fred Taylor, 71 years old, said, hate it cold, rarely open windows. Doc said, twice daily. Chilly and annoying at first, but the air is so different. My daughter-in-law doesn't fling them open now. Here's the scoop. That old age smell comes from a bunch of little things. Less sweat trapping gunk, oily skin stuff turning stinky, dry mouths from less saliva, bad eating habits, skipping showers, not drinking enough water, and letting clothes and bedding get funky. But the fix is super easy. Drink 6 cups of warm water a day, walk 20 minutes in gentle sunlight, and scrub 3 key spots: skin folds, hairy areas, and sweaty bits. Eat goodies like fruits, veggies, and a little garlic for antioxidants. Brush your teeth, scrape your tongue, wash clothes and bedding often, underwear daily, sheets weekly, and air out your rooms twice a day for 10 minutes. It costs almost nothing. Start today. No fancy gadgets or complicated steps. Just small tweaks to your routine. Ditching that smell isn't just about odor. It's about feeling healthier and more confident. It brings you closer to family, boosts your social life, and lifts your spirits. Don't let smell steal your grandkid cuddles or leave you feeling alone. Margaret Adams, 62 years old, said, I followed your tips for 6 months. Now my grandkids snuggle on my lap for TV and give me hugs and kisses. Thanks, Dr. Henry, for bringing back that joy. You can feel that too. Start now. If this helped, hit like, subscribe, and share with others who need it. I'll keep dropping life-changing tips. Thanks so much. All right, folks. That wraps up our chat on tackling old age smell and getting your confidence back. I hope these ideas click with you and feel doable. So, what's one thing you learned? Maybe it's scrubbing those spots, sipping more water, or airing your room. Drop it in the comments below. I'd love to know what you're trying out. Like, share, and subscribe for more tips. Let's keep growing together. Catch you in the next one.